Hello, my friends. It's so good to see you again. It's been far too long since I've made a daily recap video. I'm going to get straight to it. No preamble, just a very quick thank you for your patience and understanding while I have been getting set up in Las Vegas and up and running at Chippendales. That is over with, and now, hopefully, back to normal. And where we left off last week, sadly, Demi Lovato is still in the hospital. According to the very latest reports, she is suffering complications from her reported overdose. I'm a little self-conscious because I'm hearing a big echo in this room. I've not made a video here before, but I normally speak loudly. You know me, I'm an animated person. If I'm a little too loud, just lower the volume. Or maybe you like it loud. I like it loud. I'm not gonna talk really loud like I just did. I'm so happy to do this. I really have missed you. I'm happy that Demi is taking her recovery seriously. The complications that she's suffering from what I've read, aren't extremely severe. Nausea and fever. Detoxing, I would imagine. If she were to be resisting sobriety or help, I'd think she would have checked herself out of the hospital. But it has been almost an entire week now, and she's still there. And I continue to send her positive vibes. Sincerely. A lot of people last week were upset that I even made a video about Demi Lovato and what happened to her. What, because we had a falling out, I'm not allowed to do my job or have an opinion? And I was nothing but supportive in that video. And even then, people still came at me. Who cares? Does not bother me. In fact, I love it. Come for me. Come for me. Come for me. Some updates. Some of these are more recent than others. The still hospitalized is a very recent update. But I want to talk about everything because it has been a while since I made a video. We don't know for sure what caused Demi to go to the hospital because there were conflicting reports. Initially, it was reported as a heroin overdose. Then those reports changed. She was given that Narcan drug, which you give to somebody that's overdosing on an opioid, and she was found unconscious by EMT. There are reports that Demi was on methamphetamine, which is confusing because I'm not an expert on drugs, but I didn't think you could overdose from meth. I mean, maybe she took a lot of meth and then maybe she took a lot of pills or something to counteract it. I'm not sure. That's just speculation. I don't want to engage in that. What I will mention is a fact, and that is her ex-boyfriend, Wilmer Valderrama, has been by her side every day since her reported overdose. That is a real friend. Not a hanger-on, somebody who has her best interests at heart and who is supporting her in a real and tangible way. I'm sure that Wilmer is busy. They're not dating anymore. He has his own life, but she's so special to him that he is making this a priority to support her in the way that he has, and I commend you, Wilmer, for that. That's beautiful. It's also really complicated because Demi's an adult. She is really rich. And if she wants to get better, she will. If she doesn't, she won't. It's as simple as that. She has access to all the drugs or alcohol in the world at her fingertips easily. And even those closest to her, they can't prevent her. According to reports, her mother was helpless. Her mother is one of those yes people because Demi pays the mom's bills. I don't think things would be like that in my house which I don't have one, thank God, but if I developed a drug problem, my mom would be like, I'm taking your kids away, I'm moving away, you have to get your act together. So, yeah, it's sad. And what's also sad to me is this report, not even a report, it was confirmed by YouTube that they are moving forward with a Demi Lovato documentary. She previously made a documentary for YouTube. Now, some might argue that Demi is profiting from her overdose, profiting from her relapse, and that YouTube is exploiting her addiction. I would agree with that. I don't think that is a good idea. Her fans have already seen her have this conversation before. I mean, if she needs the money, then great. I don't want to begrudge her money, but if it would require her to do any more work for it right now, any more filming for it, any promotion for it when it comes out anytime soon, then I would think it's a really bad idea. I think she needs to hardcore focus on getting better if that is a priority for her. And one of the many things that triggered people and got them upset with me last week when I was reporting on Demi is, according to reports, she hasn't really been sober. I want to read to you the exact headline. Where was it? Demi's been not so sober. Something like that was the headline, right? I didn't say that in a judgmental way. And you know what? That's just part of the recovery process. Slip-ups in a major or minor way happen. It's sad. And her family and her team did try, according to reports, they did stage an intervention weeks before she was taken to the hospital, and she was not hearing it. Let's move on, because I just want to not talk about things so heavy. Though this is heavy too, not the best segue, but I want to send all of the positive energy to Kanye West's father. Ray West has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. The good news is, from what I know, and clearly I'm not an expert on addiction or drugs or anything except celebrities, but I do know somebody that lived with prostate cancer for an extremely long time, for about a decade. And then he died having had that, but also just of old age. From what I know, prostate cancer is very treatable, and you can also live with it for a long time. But I continue to send the positive vibes to Kanye's dad. Speaking of Kanye West, his wife, Kim Kardashian, has come under a lot of criticism. Kim attended a charity event in Los Angeles this weekend with her sisters. The Jenner tribe was just raving about how skinny Kim is, and oh, she's so skinny, she's not eating, she's anorexic, and Kim was loving the attention. And as a result of those videos, there's been a lot of negative attention over Kim and her sisters and their reaction. To which I say, hello, it's the Jenners. They're not role models. They don't want to be role models. They don't try to be role models. Yet they still are role models in their own way. Your kids should not look up to them. If they do, so what? People are not sheep. The Kardashians are not going to force or influence anybody to get an eating disorder. I don't think. The Kardashians are not going to force or influence anybody to buy any lipstick they didn't already want to buy. These people don't have any power. They may have influence, but somebody who was going to develop an eating disorder or an addiction or anything, I don't think you can blame that on a celebrity. Would I have used the word anorexic? No. But I'm also older than them. They're all younger than me, and I'm being forgiving because I also know what it's like to be heavier and taking pride in accomplishing something and looking good and feeling good. And I don't think they were promoting unhealthiness. They would never promote anorexia. There are those out there that do promote anorexia in other ways. They're just valley girls. Okay? But they still know how to get the people talking. And speaking of the Jenner sisters, Kourtney's baby daddy, Scott Disick, has landed himself a new reality show. It's not rumored. He himself confirmed it. Hello, I would love a reality show, any show or a sitcom. I'm good on TV, right? Right? I deliver. I'm very curious as to how this Scott Disick show will do because I don't know, is he a three-dimensional person? Like, is there a lot there? Is there more to him than just the lavish lifestyle? I don't know if he's going to show that. Like, from what he said, quote, "The show will depict my reality of working and buying and selling houses and my real estate and properties and traveling sometimes." Sounds very one-dimensional to me, just in that description. Maybe he's not that eloquent and didn't know what to say. I am. Somebody hit me up. Anyways, I'm desperate, pathetic, a loser. I own it. Not really, but I'm just trying to keep putting that energy out there in every possible way, in every video. Is it lame? Is it desperate? Is it pathetic of me to like want that so badly and keep mentioning it? No, because I'm still happy and I'm not on here as a backup. Like, I will still be making these videos when I'm busier and doing more. I may just do it once a week instead of every day. If I had a talk show or a TV show or a reality show and I just couldn't, I would still make time for this because I'm smart and you should, and I love this connection that we've built. How to finish it off. No wonder this video has been so good. I had a Coke Zero before. And you know what happened last time I made a video with Coke sugar in me? Ow! I was out of control. Speaking and wrapping up of the Jenners, Khloe Kardashian's ex-husband Lamar Odom was involved in a shootout at Hooters. I pray to God this is not the case. But it seems to me that this guy and drama just go hand in hand. And he's had very scary incidents happen repeatedly. And I hope he lives a drama-free life going forward. But I don't know what it is about him. He's got bad karma, bad luck. Thankfully, at the shootout at the Hooters in Queens, Lamar was unscathed. If you guys did not watch this, Roseanne appeared on Sean Hannity's show, allegedly as part of some like redemption mea culpa tour, and failed miserably, but appealed to her base. You know, she was on Fox News. The people that watched that probably enjoyed her on there. And I gotta give him credit. Sean Hannity did not softball it. He actually delivered some serious questions and was not Easy on her. Ugh, I gotta rinse my mouth out with soap. I can't believe I just said something nice about Sean Hannity. Today, MTV released a teaser for their new Lindsay Lohan reality show. I'm trying to be more positive, but it was basic. Let me just say that. Basic. If you're going to put out a teaser, make sure it actually gets people to watch the show, not the opposite. Over at CBS, Les Moonves, the CEO, has been accused of sexual harassment, misconduct, forcible kissing, and touching by 6 women, many of whom, like actress Ileana Douglas, spoke on the record. I will have links down below to this story and every story that I talk about in the video, so click on the link to check out more information. In more TV-related news, and in a similar note, Chris Hardwick, who was accused of sexual misconduct by his ex-girlfriend Chloe Dykstra, has been cleared. An independent investigation was conducted by a law firm hired by AMC, and they have given him his talk show back, Talking Dead and Talking with Chris Hardwick. I'm sure he's relieved that he has been cleared, at least by his bosses, which I'm sure some people would say that there's a conflict of interest there, but who else is going to clear him? You know, like the police aren't going to look into this. She's filed no claims against him. More TV-related news. Frasier star Kelsey Grammer wants to reboot the show. He said that there are some talks about bringing the show back to television. Fine, I guess. Although I am happy for David Hyde Pierce, whom I love, and I want him back on TV. Also, if you missed this, it happened, I think, the same day or earlier as the Demi Lovato drama. Cardi B dropped out of the Bruno Mars tour. And you know what? I don't think it'll affect her career in any way. She's on top. She's doing right by her baby. Good on her. Although I am concerned. I just saw her posting and boasting about a new Lambo she bought. I hope she's managing her money well. Like, she doesn't even have a driver's license. Why does she need a Lamborghini? She's not going to drive. She said it herself. She doesn't have a driver's license. I hope she's saving. I hope so. Also, Justin Bieber released a new song with DJ Khaled. Did you guys listen to that? I'm not really feeling it, but I think it'll be a hit. Are you feeling it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, it's rumored that Beyonce is going to be dropping a new visual album and doing it in a different way than before in collaboration with Netflix. Imagine the huge promo push that they could put behind a Beyonce visual album. Although I don't know how that would count towards the Billboard charts. But you know what? Beyonce doesn't care about the Billboard charts. She's sung about that, and I believe her. Beyonce cares about money and cultural relevancy. And actually, that's way smarter. Also, I'm sure you've heard by now, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra got engaged after just 2 months of dating. They've known each other for a while, though, so whatever. Let them be happy. So what? It hasn't been that long. So what? There's an age difference. I would love to be that infatuated with somebody. In wacky news, we're on to our wacky news segment. Ivanka Trump is shutting down her entire brand because she's so busy and successful in the White House. I don't know if I believe that. Like, she could still be doing what she's doing in the White House and her business could run itself. There's more to this than what Ivanka is telling us. And also Karlie Kloss is marrying Ivanka Trump's brother-in-law. Poor Carly. More wacky news. Millie Bobby Brown of Stranger Things reveals that she and Drake are besties and talk all the time. That's her literal quote. Talk all the time. Drake is like 30. She's 14. Does anybody else find that weird? And more weird news, the Olympics are said to be having discussions about whether or not they should allow esports, video gaming, to be considered an Olympic sport. I say it would be smart of them. It would get them ratings. There's a huge community for that and a following, so why not? Get with the times. I'm not an old dude. I like to get with the times. More wacky news. Meghan Markle's father continues to just be exhausting and awful, saying that the royal family has cut him off from his daughter. Whoa, wonder why? After all the smack you've talked. All right, I'm going to end things with a couple of positive notes. This is a bonus supersized edition. The Guardians of the Galaxy gang has banded together in support of James Gunn, the director that was fired for some awful old jokes. I love that. Everybody deserves to better themselves and to just be accepted for who they are now. And back then, he wasn't representing anybody. I've spoken about this before. I stand with James Gunn. And finally, on the cover of Vanity Fair this month is Michelle Williams, who reveals that she secretly got married to singer-songwriter Phil Elverum. And the things she said about her husband just... She says, I've never once in my life talked about a relationship, but Phil isn't anyone else, and that's worth something. Ultimately, the way he loves me is the way I want to live my life on the whole. I work to be free inside of the moment. I parent to let Matilda feel free to be herself, and I am finally loved by someone who makes me feel free. That is beautiful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for being there for me. That means so much to me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share this, leave a comment. Follow my family channel. Come see me in Vegas. All the good stuff. A big hug.